Hey, what is up, everybody? We are back for another review with not just one, but two new Attack on Titan figures. Holy shit. Y'all know if you watched my Attack Titan review on YouTube back in March that I was really excited for these figures. Again, these Attack on Titan figures have been my most anticipated figures for the year 2025. So I am just blown away. Aaron came out. It was good. It was great. I still love that figure, but it had its problems. I'm hoping that these two figures right here don't have any problems. And again, we're just going to knock them out in a double review. So if you want to stick around for the whole video, I would appreciate that. We're going to take a close look at these boxes right here. It is the Revoltech style. Picture on the side, clean logo on the front, and then we got some art here on the side, and then some promo art on the back featuring some poses and accessories that look really, really good. And then some more art on the side here. So again, these are just the boxes. Y'all don't care for the boxes as much. You care about the figures. So I think we should go ahead and crack these guys open and see if the amazing Yamaguchi title applies to these two figures as well. Now here are both the female and Attack Titan out of the box onto the little turntable, and holy shit, guys, there is so much to talk about with these two figures. I say so much. I want to keep this brief. I don't want this to be a super long review, but holy shit, man, these figures are just amazing. The armored Titan absolutely blows me away, and the female Titan I actually like more than I was expecting to. Again, I know that these figures are going to be decent, but of course Revoltech is known to have some QC issues, much like the Attack Titan had back with the hair and faceplate falling off. So again, with these figures, we're going to get into the good, the bad, and the great, and the ugly, and all that stuff like that. But going ahead, we'll just go ahead and take a look at the accessories first off, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at, let's say, the armored Titan first, then we'll do the female Titan, and yeah, let's just knock these guys out. Now, starting off with the armored Titan accessories, you can see it's very slim, but I think there's enough here to have some fun with the figure. Starting off, you get 4 pairs of interchangeable hands. You get some fisted hands on in the packaging, and then you get some kind of wide gestured hands, and then some kind of like more neutral gestured hands, not as wide as the first set. And then for some reason, this figure has trigger finger hands. I have no idea why it comes with these hands, because there's nothing for him to hold. There's no guns in Attack on Titan that the Titans use, so I'm just really curious as to why they included these set of hands. It's just really strange in my opinion. But then you move on to the face plates, and then you got the standard faceplate in the head, in the packaging, and then you have the yelling head sculpt. So that's cool that this figure came with 2 head sculpts right away, whereas the Attack Titan didn't. The bonus for that one was different, whereas again the bonus on this one now is this teeth gritting head sculpt, which is cool. It doesn't feel essential, but I do enjoy having it. I know I like the teeth gritted look for my figure. So again, those are 3 face plates, and again, if you got the bonus pre-order, then you get that third one. Now for the female Titan, you have the most amount of accessories for a figure in this line so far. Starting off, you got 5 pairs of interchangeable hands. You got some fisted hands on the package, and then you have some Titan hardening fisted hands, which those look really great as well. And then with the Titan hardening effect, you have some nape covering hands as well. Finishing off the hands, so you got some relaxed kind of palm hands, and you have some kind of karate chop stern hands, almost like it's the kind of Titan hardening hands without the Titan hardening effect on them. And then you have 2 interchangeable hair pieces. You got some neutral hair piece, and then you have a flowing one, which is similar to what the Attack Titan had earlier in March. And then you have some face plates as well. You've got the neutral face plate, and then if you pre-order the bonus, you have the teeth gritting face plate as well. And both of these faces have movable eyes, so you do get a tool to do that. And then for a really exciting portion of it, you have an interchangeable leg piece and an interchangeable arm. These are the kind of statue pieces that you can interchange that have the Titan hardening effect on there. I think that's really cool. These kind of accessories, I think, elevate the figure to a higher standard, and I wish the Armored Titan and the Attack Titan had the same kind of effects pieces as well. But again, I think the accessories that the female Titan comes with are great, and yeah, there's a great assortment here. Now, switching these pieces is not hard at all. I believe this one comes up at the bicep right there, so then you just go here and you plug that in, so that's not difficult to do at all. And again, I think that looks really fucking cool, like the paint on here. It's just so shiny and reflective, and that's dope. And same thing for the shin down here. Get that, pull that apart, and then plug this in here, and boom, baby, you got the oop, there you go. Make sure you get that secured in there. That doesn't pop. Oh, I'm knocking everything apart now. I'm being too quick with it, not taking my time. And then there we go, and then plug in the faceplate back on here, and there you go. The female Titan is ready to destroy some freaking scouts, man. And I think these look really cool. And again, these kind of effects I think are what again can make these figures better instead of just having just some basic like sets of hands. Like getting these scene specific power pieces, again, I think these are really cool. Now coming back to the armored Titan, again, this just looks freaking dope, dude. The proportions on here I think are amazing. I think Kyoto really just nailed it when it comes to the beef and the tank aesthetic that the armored Titan has with that presence in the show. And then taking a look here again, just like the paint and sculpt on the armor itself just looks really good, getting all these gashes in here, and then the muscle tissue here, like that's just amazing. Like I just think they did a really good job. Like the Attack Titan though, I don't love seeing these metal pins here on the feet for the toe articulation. I don't necessarily know how you would change that with the cover or a different piece of material, but again, the metal pin right here assures that they're not going to break, so I'm happy with that as well. And just the sculpt on the hair right here, like that just looks freaking cool. And getting right here, like the articulation on here, it's a Revoltech figure, we know what to expect, but holy shit, I'm still blown away by it here. And then just again, like looking at all those rivets, like that's just so cool. And the thing that I love about this, because one of the issues with the Attack Titan is that the faceplates constantly fell off. So you mess around with this one and they just want to fall off like that. That is not the case for this one. And switching the faceplates out is pretty easy. You just pull this down right here. Let's just grab this one right here, an alternate one. And then there's the hole up there. Plug that up. And, well, I say it's easy. Now it's proven to be a little challenge. Find the hole. Plug it in. It's basic. There we go. Okay, there we go. I found it. And it's not going to fall out. You can shake it as much as you want. And, again, that's not going to fall. So that's a major improvement from this version already. So I'm happy that they were able to do that. But gosh, like again, just the aesthetic and looking at this figure, just oh my god, it's so good. Now switching over to the female Titan, much of the same thing. The proportions and aesthetic looks great. This is a female character and has a slimmer build than someone like the armored Titan. So the fact that Kyoto was able to nail these proportions down and it not look so wonky or janky, I love that. And getting a close look at her faceplate, like that just looks good. And the shading on the figure adds so much. Like with the hair, it's like bright blonde up here, and then it comes down and it's dark, and that's awesome. And even with like the sculpt on the flesh and the skin tone, like that just looks freaking cool, dude. And you can see the shading right here, like on the skin tone part. There's like this purplish hue inside the muscle. So I think that goes a long way, and I just love looking at the faceplate with those blue eyes. Like that's just awesome to look at. And again, these eyes are movable. Like you can see on the back here, you have the tool, so you can definitely get some good side eye or looking up and looking down poses. I don't mess too much with the movable eyes on my figures. I'm kind of like just look straight and be good, but it's nice to know that option is there. Now, unfortunately, I do have some gripes a little bit with this figure, and that is when, like, for aesthetic purposes, when you put the female Titan's arms all the way down to her side, the shoulders get really gappy, and I'm just not a fan of that, unfortunately. I wish they were able to make it more flesh, because then when you put it up like that, then her arms, okay, so then her arms are sticking out like that whenever that's covered. So that is unfortunate. And then with the elbows here too, you can see, oh, I'll just pull the arm off. You can see all that gappage right there. Now, that is to lend itself for the articulation. I don't hate it. Like, it has a function. They sacrifice some aesthetic for functionality, and I'm okay with that for these figures, because these are superposable characters in the show, and the figures should be superposable. So, but that is like, there's a lot of cuts on here with like the Kyoto figures. Like every Kyoto figure is gonna have a bunch of cuts in here, and whether you like that or not, like, it's going to be up to you whether that bothers you. It doesn't bother me. Now, when we get to articulation, you'll see like it does get gappy right there, which I don't love. That's kind of similar to how the Attack Titan figure was with that gap right there. I didn't love that. Just go ahead and try to put this faceplate back on here when I bring in comparisons, because y'all want to see that one. He does have his face, his bonus face that cost me a bunch of money. But regardless, like, the cuts do get a little gappy on here, but she also has something that puts her above the other two characters in this line, and we'll get to that when we get to the articulation. So switching back over to the Attack Titan, the Armored Titan, the articulation is freaking phenomenal on her. These are amazing Yamaguchi figures. They pride themselves on their articulation, and sometimes the aesthetics get cut short because of that, but for a lot of these figures, for most of these figures, that doesn't happen. So starting with the head, like the head can look all the way up. That's awesome. That's amazing. And you can look down right here. There are some side to side and some tilt. And like the thing I love about this figure, looking over here, not gappy at all. So whereas the female and Attack Titan have that issue, this one does not. So that's amazing. Shoulders go up here. They come around. Again, the butterfly shoulder blade joint comes around. So again, getting the arms crossed like that. Like again, that's just freaking awesome. And then the bicep swivel, the single joint elbow that goes in about that much. So that's cool. It's more than 90. Love that, especially for the bulk of the figure. And you can see that kind of has the same issue here. It's kind of gappy, but not as gappy, especially when you push that back in. I don't know if you can do that on here. No, because you're like pushing that arm back like that, so that doesn't really count. So I'm glad that you're able to cover that gappage a little bit, at least for pictures if you need that. But you got a swivel hinge swivel for the hands. Now the torso on this figure, again, this is a very blocky figure, but you're able to get a crunch that way or a tilt this way. It can go back that way, and without using the hips, because the hips can add some extra movement, this figure just crunches all the way down, man, and that is just awesome. You are going to get some gaps back here, but holy crap, again, trying not to use the hips. Like the fact that it can crunch that far forward is amazing, and then with the hips, you got all the way down. He's touching his toes, man. He's in PE stretching right now. That's freaking crazy. I'm just blown away that this freaking bulky figure, this bulky character can pose like that. So now with the legs and the hips, they can go up about that far. Yeah, there we go. And then it can kick back about that much. So that's good. And then there's like a rotation at the ball joint here, and then there's the thigh swivel here. And then you have the single jointed knee that gets all the way right there. Like, again, that's amazing. And then you have this like calf tilt right here that rotates as well, and then you have the ankle joint that goes down. It does go up. There's some ankle pivot and toe articulation. And switching over to the female Titan, this is where I think a big positive comes to this figure, because I think this is the most articulated figure in this line, I think, as I'm thinking back and reflecting on, like, it's just, again, for being such a small, slim body, like, I'm surprised that they're able to do this. So, like, looking down that far with the head and neck, like, that's great. And then looking up right there, and then you do have the swivel and a little bit of tilt. Shoulders come up here. They rotate around. There is the upper butterfly joint shoulder blade right here. Arms, biceps swivel. This is the one that pops off a lot, so kind of be careful when you're articulating that. But right there, and then the single joint elbow that goes all that far. That's amazing. And then the swivel hinge swivel with the angle. Now, the one thing that is new about this one is this is a lady. She's got some lady parts, and these articulate as well. It is a ball joint. I've seen it wasn't falling off like that. So that's cool that, like, I mean, they move forward. Would you need them to? I don't think so, but they do. So if you're ever in a spot where these got in the way, like, again, Kyoto got you covered, and so you just make sure to stick that part in there when you're up there. And yeah, so these rotate to some little ball joint. Now for the torso, pivot that way, going all the way back here. That's good. And then crunching forward, that's great as well. Like, seeing that is just awesome. And then again, using the hips all the way down, like, that's just phenomenal. It's just amazing. I just want to show, like, the butterfly crossings right there. Like, that's freaking cool, man. Like, that's just so cool to see. And then you do have some swivels here. And now with the legs can kick all the way up. That's amazing. Like, compared to, like, the other two figures, like, I think she has the most range for the hips, which is essential because the female Titan does do a lot of kicking in the show, so that's great. She doesn't really go back, so when you stick her, you have to be careful too to get the sculpt part underneath her butt. There we go. Her butt cheeks, but then going back, that's all fine. And then there is the upper thigh swivel here, that's really mainly coming from the ball joint. I don't really feel like, okay, so this one's rotating because you can see, oh, I'm not even framed up. You can see that right there. So is this one, there you go, it's a little tight. So anyways, getting that, the single joint knee goes right there, same kind of shin calf swivel, pivot, whatever you want to call it right there. And then the ankles move down, up, and the toe articulation. So again, these figures, both these are very poseable, and I feel like I'm just so impressed with both of these figures because you have such a small, nimble build for this character, and getting these low crouching poses is amazing. Whereas again with this one, you have this big bulky character, and getting the same crunches, like, Kyoto just has nailed the engineering with the articulation on their figures, and I'm just so glad they went as hard as they did with these figures, because these characters need to be superposable, but they don't need to be this superposable. So that's just, again, amazing, and I'm so happy that I'm blessed with reviewing Attack on Titan figures in 2025. Again, Attack on Titan's the greatest anime of all time. So sorry, Mid Piece and Dragon Ball Mid Pan fans out there, but anyways, yeah, these figures articulate great. Now for size comparisons, I'm not going to try to go crazy on these ones because I am on a time crunch to get this review shot and edited. So starting off, we have the model kit Attack Titan figure. If you happen to have this figure and you want to see what these look like, again, two very different styles when you have a plastic model kit versus these hyper articulated, hyper stylized figures. But again, if you wanted to fudge it into a display or some pictures, you definitely can do that. And then here I have the Figma Eren figure. And again, obviously these are not accurate, but again, to get a Attack on Titan display going on a shelf or on a detail, like mixing and matching these characters, like it's gonna look awesome if you do that. I'm really excited to do that with my DTOF when I eventually get these characters set up in a display. And just for a reference here, they are with a Marvel Legends Daredevil that is on the Bucky Cat body mold, so you can kind of just see that here. For I'm sure we all have a Marvel Legends Bucky Cat figure out there, and so this is just what it looks like in that scale. And finally, here we have the female and armored Titan with the Attack Titan from earlier this year. And oh my god, guys, I just love looking at these figures. Again, Attack on Titan is amazing. It's perfect in my opinion. And to get these new updated figures in this year, I'm just blown away. I think Kyoto is absolutely crushing it. Again, the Eren figure had the faceplate QC issue, and the armored Titan doesn't have that at all. Now, with the female Titan, her faceplate does pop off. Sometimes you knock it off, but not as much as Eren. There is still a secure connection there. So I just love the height between these characters. I love the way these look. The aesthetics are great. Again, the cuts and the joints, it's a Kyoto Revoltech figure. You know what to expect at this point when you buy these figures and then have these cuts. And like I said, I think for these figures and these characters, I think it works out, and I'm so excited to see the rest of the figures that Kyoto is going to put in this line. And there we have it, guys. These figures are amazing. They are freaking peak. Attack on Titan is peak, and the figures are peak. It's just fucking, it's destiny, man. I love these figures. I think the Armored Titan is my favorite in the line so far, just because I love the character in the show, and I'm happy to have this version of the character in figure form. I mean, this version is the only version, really, of him, but holy shit, it's fucking good, man. These figures are great. Kyoto is absolutely killing it with these figures in this line, and I wish more people would talk about them, because holy shit, they are amazing. Which, yeah, if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, you are selling yourself short. Please watch Attack on Titan, and when you watch Attack on Titan, you'll realize how amazing it is, and you'll want these figures, so then you can buy these figures, and it's amazing. Now, they are not 100% perfect. The female Titan figure does have those aesthetic issues, but again, I care about accessories and articulation, and she has great accessories and fantastic articulation, so I'm happy about that. The Armored Titan could have done with some more accessories. Now, I think about that, like, with the price of these figures, what could it have come with? Again, maybe some like transformation power effects, like some lightning or some smoke, like that would be pretty cool. But other than that, like, I don't necessarily know what other accessories these figures could come with. Again, I think the female Titan does it great with the Titan hardening swap out shin and elbow parts, like that's really cool. Of course, the Attack Titan had the Titan hardening fist, and then like the Armored Titan doesn't need that because his name is the Armored Titan. He doesn't need that. So I'm not too sure what other accessories I would have included, other than, again, I think some like power, like lightning and smoke effects, like that would be really cool, but I'm not too sure. But just for what is given now, I love these figures. Now, the pre-order bonuses are killing some of these figures, because getting the extra faceplate for the Attack Titan, like if you didn't get that faceplate, like there's a big fun factor that's taken out. Now for these ones, I think the bonus faceplate with the Armored Titan, I think it's fine. I think you could live without it. I am happy to have it though, so that's really cool. I have it on there right now. And the kind of angry gridded faceplate with the female Titan, at first I was like, no, you don't really need it, but now that I've had it and I've posed it with some of those faceplates on there, I'm like, no, I think you definitely need that. Again, at the end of the day, I love these figures. They're both peak. I'm going to give the Armored Titan a 10 out of 10, and I'm definitely going to give the female Titan a 9.5 out of 10, just because those aesthetic issues aren't there. And like I said, her faceplate does come off a little bit, and as I've been shooting the review, like that bicep definitely does pop off more. So I think the more you switch out that bicep, especially the bicep, because with the bicep swivel being in that spot, like that arm is going to fall off a little more. But regardless, I love these figures. Paint, sculpt, accessories, it's just awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this review. I know I have been absent. Again, my life has just been crazy this year, and the summer was nonstop for me. I was going out of town every week, and I had a great time at San Diego Comic-Con this year. It's my first time ever going, and my summer overall was just great, and work is keeping me busy. That's great. I work a lot to pay the bills, to get some money so I can pay the bills and buy some toys. Now, coming up here, it is August as I'm shooting this. In October, I will be moving again, unfortunately. I don't know what my setup's going to look like, so I just will say that it's going to be a little harder for me to shoot videos, as if it isn't hard enough for me already. But however, I do encourage you, follow me on Instagram at Boondocks01 and follow me at TikTok at Boondocks01, especially TikTok, because that is where I am posting a lot consistently. I'm trying to get back into it and trying to get back into posting a lot for you guys, especially some long form content, some not the quick 15-30 second videos. So I'm trying to really engage on the audience there and shooting some videos there and some reviews. So I've already had a review of these figures posted, and I've already had some posing videos posted on TikTok like over a week ago. So again, if you want to just follow me on that, I just got the Mezco Fantastic Four pack. I'm going to make some videos with that. I have a lot of figures to make videos about. My point is, what I don't shoot for YouTube will definitely get posted on TikTok and Instagram. So I really encourage y'all to please support me and follow me. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, yeah. So that's it. So I got to say, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel that doesn't post consistently. So I think the benefits are there for you to support this channel. And I really appreciate all y'all who are still sticking around, watching my stuff, leaving some comments. And yeah, I can't wait to eventually review the Beast Titan, because that's the next figure that's coming out in this line. So hopefully sometime early next year that'll come out, and we'll have a good time. So these are definitely some top 10 figures of the year contenders. Don't be surprised to see any of these 3 figures on my top 10 this year. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next review, and peace.